What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, October 31st, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a good weekend, whether you celebrated over the weekend or you're celebrating tonight, trick-or-treating, whatever you're doing. Hope you're doing well. Definitely was a lot going on over the weekend. And we're going to start today off really with a Moon-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn as the moon finishes up here in Cap, gets ready to ingress midday into Aquarius. But it's a lot of the depth, right? Like it's a lot of uncovering what these deeper emotions are about, sort of the bigger direction in life that we're going, like what we really want to commit to. It is Scorpio season. We got Mercury, of course, in Scorpio. So there's a very strong, like, Plutonian essence to today, especially the way it starts off. Like, where are we really emotionally committing ourselves to? And that's sort of the juxtaposition that we're in, is because we do want to emotionally commit. We want to go all in, but the South Node's here. We just had a solar eclipse here. And we're realizing, I think, as the moon comes into Aquarius today, that we can't put all of our chips in on like one thing right now, whatever that is. Like, we can't fully commit to just one thing. We can commit, but we have to be willing to shift perspective. We have to be willing to disconnect from aspects from where we're really pushing and holding and wanting maybe a certain destiny, maybe a certain outcome, to show up in our lives. We have to be able to let the universe kind of dictate things, really tune our antenna in to a higher aspect of life, so we can see where we're really trying to commit, trying to pursue, trying to put our passionate energy forward, but realizing that at any moment we live in this reality right now, and today could feel this way, where something changes. There's a plan that changes. Something shows up in the world out of nowhere. Something alien shows up. I don't know. But we have to be willing to be like, oh, okay, here's the now moment that I need to respond to. And the universe is trying to give us amazing moments to respond to, but it's also showing where, we can be overly invested or overly all in with our chips into something that maybe isn't going in the future that we're going to, right? So it's that objectivity today on this Halloween that can really help us out with this moon in Aquarius. And it will square Mercury, so we are at a place of trying to really commit our emotions into the understanding of this great investigation and have all the answers, and we don't get it. And we can't get frustrated. This is a day to avoid frustration, to go with the flow, and to really be objective and to look down at everything on your own life from an objective point of view, on your groups, on friends, on relationships, especially relationships. Like this week, we're starting to see Venus conjunct the South Node in Scorpio. Just when you think you had your relationships figured out after Libra season, good luck. We have to be willing to just see what the universe is trying to serve us up right now. We have Jupiter and Neptune back in Pisces for the final time in our life. The best way to be right now is to just be in a surrendered state that the universe has the answers. The universe has the divine time in the chaotic experience of life, and that things are going to evaporate or go away or, dissolve. And you have to know that it's in perfect timing with the chaotic timing, right? Like, perfection is in the chaos. And it's being able to be adaptable and mutable and flow and really let go, observe, and then you'll start to see the way forward. You'll start to have a better emotional understanding. You'll start to have a better mental understanding and really be able to dive deeper in moment to moment instead of having everything just, I know. Do we really know? Right? We have to just be adaptable, like water, right? Jupiter and Neptune, all this Scorpio, we have a lot of water in the chart. Water will take the shape of anything you pour it into. We have to be the same. Whatever's showing up in our life, lessons, information, we have to be able to adapt and take shape in the best way that uniquely fits where we're going, what we're trying to do, who we're trying to be with. And to know that, karmic situations with people are showing up with a Venus South Node that's building up. Venus is now at 10 degrees, South Node at 13. Chiron in Aries is in that quincunx. So it is a bit of a test here to see if we can properly identify with the depths of our soul and the direction we're trying to go and what frequency we're trying to be on and what that looks like with people in our lives. It's almost like when you have a really good friend, you don't overly expect too much from a friend usually. There's like an unconditional love, like that's my really good homie, that's my girlfriend. If you're a chick, like you can you let things slide, right? So we have to be in that position of like letting things slide and not overly trying to force control the universe right now, because it's going to start doing things and we're going to get situations in our life that just, hey, we don't have that much control. But we do have control over the objectivity of seeing things from a higher perspective spiritually and making strong decisions that are going to a higher place and something that's better for you, better for the people in your life, by not overly attaching to situations or people, aspects in the world, money, financials, whatever it is. Things can be leaving for a reason. Flow, adapt. That'll help us connect better. That'll help us have a better overarching view of what's going on. And I think the more we can be open to that, especially as the moon comes later into Aquarius by the evening and starts to make that square over to the sun in Scorpio for that first quarter square, which will be early tomorrow morning. The only way forward is to accept change, and is to accept transformation, and is to be able to detach. So that's where Scorpio and Aquarius can get along really well. The ability to let go, even though we can get overly emotionally invested, and we can get overly mentally invested and feel like we know exactly the right thing or the right equation. We just have to learn to trust right now in there's higher frequencies trying to help us make better, objective, smarter, emotional decisions, mental decisions, put our energy into the right areas, and to not overinvest in situations that don't make any sense. Like, you don't have to commit to anything right now. And I think that's a good lesson for today, is like, don't get duped into thinking you have to commit to any feeling right now. Feel as you feel in the moment and embrace what feels good. Embrace what brings value into your life. Embrace what brings the sensual aspects that you love. Don't embrace the conflict. Don't embrace the negative. Let's not go out of our way searching and, going on some Sherlock Holmes investigation for intensity that doesn't need to be there, or that's just getting projected to us. Like, let's take a step back and actually see, like, what the fuck's going on in my life, so that we can make sense of it and come back to it. There might not be truth in the now today, for any of us. So be okay with that, It's like, that's Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. We have to really surrender to a higher purpose, that everything is turning and spinning exactly as it's meant to, no matter how that shows up in our life. We have to be accepting and have faith. And that faith is the gift, because we're seeing things from a much more connected, higher perspective. And that is what connects us to higher timelines, better groups, better people, better passions, better value. Moving forward into November. Hope you have a lovely Halloween, though. And get to do spooky things with great people and kids, whatever you're up to. I ended up going up to Grass Valley this weekend to spend Halloween with Sterling. So I'll be doing some trick-or-treating with him tonight. He is Optimus Prime. He's pretty stoked on his costume. Pretty cute stuff. So, Halloween Tarot. See if I can read these weird cards right. I think I got it after last time. All right, what do we got? We got the Five of Bats. Bats are swords. Bats are swords. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a conflicted day. Like, we have to learn to let go of conflict and let go of struggle in our mind, and really surrender to a fact that we can connect to something better, but we have to be okay with letting go. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be a fight. And we definitely, don't have to feel like the universe is stealing our candy. It's not. It's trying to put you in a position to get better candy and better life. Three of Pumpkins, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, people, connections, friends. You want that energy in your life right now. Like, everything has to feel like a friend. Everything has to feel like it's fully connected, and it's going to build so much value moving forward. Pay attention to what people are doing. Be a great observer in your physical world, and you'll see the truth, and you'll see where to build and where to not build, and who to build with and who not to build with, and it won't be so hard to see, that's for sure. Oh, spooky, the death card. It is, you know, the Day of the Dead, right? So, fitting. I like that there's an Ankh. Wherever there's death, there's always life. That is, of course, the key of life in Egyptian times. And, you know, I think we can really start to nurture and water a very beautiful existence into our life, but we have to be okay with change. We have to be okay with more transformation. I know people's nervous systems are fried. I know people watching this are like, I've already transformed, right? Yeah, but it doesn't end. Life goes on. More transformation's always going to show up, no matter how much work we think we've already done. So just accept that that's life. It's okay. It's bringing something amazing. It's gonna bring better things. Realize that, you know, there's a lot of happy faces in this death card. Like transformation and things leaving and being able to detach doesn't have to be such a sob, sad story. And I know Mars, this is the first full day of Mars retrograde here, and like it's square Neptune. We can definitely we can identify with a victim story and a victim truth in our life all we want. It doesn't have to be that way. This is a time to re-understand truth and to re-understand how to make decisions and to identify quickly and to be adaptable. So this Halloween's a good test to be able, can you be mutable? Can you adapt? Can you think on your feet? Can you be objective? If you can, you're going to get through transformation just fine, and you're going to see that there's so much life on the other side. Staying in the dead isn't going to bring anything positive. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Halloween, and I'll see you all mañana. Peace.